All right, so the Diablo 4 beta is almost here, and I can't express how excited I am for Diablo 4. I do plan on playing the beta. I have it pre ordered. The first weekend is going to be the Sorceress, Barbarian, and Rogue, and then the second weekend, it's an open beta for everyone, and that's when they release the Druid and the Necromancer. I do plan on playing every class. Definitely, try to get at least 25 with one or two characters. We'll see how that plays out. But I am so excited for Diablo 4, and I am a huge Diablo fan. I've been playing Diablo ever since, Diablo 2 back in the day, and I played Diablo 2 Resurrected a lot. I've played the shit out of Diablo 3. I'm a big Diablo fan, and I am just so excited for Diablo 4. It is my most anticipated game of the year, and I can't wait to check it out. But there are things that kind of, have me a little bit concerned just because of Blizzard's track record lately and, how they've kind of ruined Diablo Immortal and kind of just ruined their reputation, in my opinion. And maybe this isn't a great argument, but I think that game was just not uh, geared towards uh, me or a lot of other people. You can tell that this game was clearly made to create money, to generate money, like a lot of mobile games do. Sadly, it had to be Diablo. And I just don't think it was geared towards Diablo fans. And but the problem is a lot of Diablo, fans are gonna play this game, but sadly, it's just horrible, in terms of pay to win, and the amount of money that you can spend in the game, and just especially when you take a game like Diablo where the focus is really the loot and playing the game and finding loot and creating your character and building him up. Just the pay to win just doesn't seem like it fits in a game like this. So Diablo 4, when you really look into the game, it's going to be the first time where it's open world. It's going to be this massive ambitious game. It's going to have, MMO light aspects to it, if you will, where you're going to see other players roaming around. There's going to be public events, major, boss battles where you're going to find other players to take on these boss battles with. There's going to be PvP. You're going to be able to see other characters in towns. And I think this is a really cool aspect that I am looking forward to. This doesn't scare me in any way. I do like that Diablo is taking this approach, because if you look at Diablo 2 back in the day, even though it was action RPG, in many ways it had a lot of MMO essence. When you join the game online, you see all the characters at the bottom. The people would spend hours chatting, trading. Like, it really did feel like an MMO in many ways, even though you weren't seeing a ton of characters in games. It was maxed to 8. You still felt that presence, that you were in this large community, this large game, through the chat system, through the lobby system. So in many ways, I think Diablo 2 was ahead of its time in that aspect, in that regards. It just did it differently. So I think this is just kind of the modern take. If you open Diablo to this open world, shared space, MMO like. I do like that. It just feels like a modern take on kind of what Diablo 2 was trying to do back in the day, but it couldn't due to limitations. What concerns me the most here is really the battle pass. And again, I'm not really discouraged by necessarily the battle pass. It's really how they end up doing it. It's really how they end up doing all of these things at the end. Do I think a battle pass system and seasons fits in a game like Diablo? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But if they do it right, I think it could be something special, especially seasons, especially this living, breathing world that continues to evolve. I do like that, but again, it has to be done right because we see a lot of games lately where they can barely keep up with the demand, with the content. It's really hard to do this. I feel like not a lot of games can do this right. You know, you look at Destiny, and I feel like Destiny is one of those games that does it right. But even then, you know, a lot of people have their complaints with Destiny, this and that. You can say whatever you want about it, but it's had its fair share of struggles, and you know, it's had its ups and downs. This is not something that is done easily. Constantly creating content, and you know, you look at Halo Infinite and how hard that is to just constantly create content. I don't know. I don't want to be negative because we haven't seen the game yet. You know, again, we're gonna have to just wait and see. But I am so excited to play the beta. I'm so excited to just kind of be optimistic about the game and kind of give it my all. That's kind of what I did with Diablo 3, even though Diablo 3 was, for me, although it was a fun game on its own, and I played a lot of Diablo 3, it still was very different than Diablo 2. I'm a hardcore Diablo 2 fan. It looks like Diablo 4 is returning to its roots in the sense of, you know, the darkness and just the overall tone and atmosphere. I really love where Diablo 4 is going with. There are other things that kind of is unfortunate when it comes to you know, game design. Like, you can't trade, or trading is limited. And I'll tell you what, man, like Diablo 2, one of the biggest reasons, in my opinion, why that game had so much legs and longevity to the game is because the trading was like one of the pillars of why that game was so successful. People would spend hours in the lobbies and the games trying to trade things. I remember I would just spend so much time outside of literally playing the game, you know, trading. And I think trading is a really healthy, you know, thing for the game. You create this economy where, you know, in Diablo 2, high runes were pretty much the currency of the game, and you know, the higher rune, the more, you know, it was worth, and you can, you know, trade stuff like that. You can trade those items for things that you couldn't find because there were some very, very valuable and rare items in Diablo 2 where, you know, it took a long time to find, or you may never find. But trading helped. But that's obviously going to, you know, in Diablo 4, it's going to decide on, like, the game design, right? They might not go that path where certain items are super, super hard to find. We'll have to wait and see again. But I think trading is a huge part of Diablo. And to see it kind of the way it's going to be in Diablo 4, where it's limited, again, we're going to have to wait and see how that plays out. But overall, I am trying to be very, very optimistic about Diablo 4. And I think from what we've seen, from what people have gotten their hands on, it does seem promising. It does seem like it's going to be a really good game. And I think the only thing that can really hold it back or hurt it is when it comes to monetization. If it comes to when it comes to like what they're going to do, down the road, because they're going to play it safe in the beginning. A lot of games do this where they don't show all their cards right away. They wait for, things to simmer down, and then they start to slowly creep up with some of these, dirty schemes. So I really hope when, the devs say that this is not going to be pay to win, this is not going to be, one of those types of games where, it's not going to be like Diablo Immortal. I really hope that they really keep their promises, because Diablo Immortal was pathetic in terms of just the game design and how heavy it was in terms of pay to win, and the amount of money that you can spend in that game is just ridiculous. And people don't want that experience. Like, Diablo fans don't want that experience. We didn't want to play on mobile, and we damn sure didn't want to play a Diablo game where it was monetized up the ass. And I really, really hope that the devs keep their word, keep their promise here, because there are a lot of diehard Diablo fans like myself who just want a great Diablo experience. And there are a lot of changes in Diablo 4, but I'm trying to be optimistic here. I'm trying to be open, to the thought of some of these changes, like, the MMO aspect and the shared world and even the battle pass. I just hope they don't screw some of this stuff up. I really hope that they don't incorporate some pay to win stuff down the road, because it's gonna ruin their reputation, because their reputation right now is really, really, in my opinion, it's not the best. Blizzard really has to prove it here with Diablo. And I know I think Blizzard has been on a great, track record so far. I feel like they've been doing better with the latest World of Warcraft Dragonflight expansion, and I don't know what they did with Overwatch. I don't know what the point of Overwatch 2 is, but I still feel like they haven't screwed up too much lately. I just hope they don't screw up Diablo 4. They stay true to Diablo, and they create something special here. This is what I hope for. And I'm begging, Blizzard, and I'm begging the devs to stay true to their word and not go down that path where they ruin their reputation in hopes to make a little bit more money. And we'll just have to wait and see. I know I said that a lot in this video, but anyways, that's pretty much the video. I am so excited for Diablo 4. I can't wait. And yeah, let me know if you're going to be playing this game. Have you pre-ordered it? Are you excited for Diablo 4? Put it down in the comment section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. I do plan on making a lot of Diablo 4 videos, my thoughts, my impressions, especially the beta, and moving forward from there. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you guys take it easy. Have a good one.